Yeah.
Like not a whole lot,
Yeah.
but
Sweet.
definitely a lot of ironwood and maple.
Yeah.
So
And that stuff's heavy, man. Like that 7-foot piece is, what's that,
yeah,
60 pounds?
Feels like 60 pounds. Yeah. Maybe
very
more.
they're a dense wood. Right?
And the ironwood is probably.
Yeah.
When I asked you guys to bring them in, all three went out. I'm like, how heavy are they?
It's not a light like pine. And
No.
And what are you using for a string for that?
So again, if you want to go old school, and sometimes I do, I've made them out of sinew.
Welcome to the Wilderness Wavelength Podcast.
You were George, open that up and just take a little sample. So this is
you gotta just stir it around first as well. Full stir.
this is
Ooh, foamy.
so this is basically an old icing or icing, depending what you
Wow.
that my grandmothers would have put on
Yeah.
a cake
Yeah.
instead of they didn't have a store to go to and buy icing.
Yeah.
So
Is it
that's
whipped
what-
with egg white? In
Yeah,
there?
exactly.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
That's
Lovely.
good.
Yeah.
We are live right
So-
now, too, in the episode 112. Is this one? Yeah. This is a Wilderness Wavelength Podcast. I'm George. Scott's here as always.
Good to be here, George, and we've got some returning guests here tonight. And
some
they
amazing
dragged
maple
somebody
syrup.
with them.
Yes. Nate and Noah back from, you guys were on episode 90, the maple syrup guys. And your dad's here, too. Welcome to the show, Shanon.
Yeah, thank you.
This is amazing.
Yeah, they brought in, describe it there, George.
It's like, oh man, I could eat a whole bowl of this. It's like, icing. Yeah, do you guys put this on cake then? Is that the move?
Yeah, basically. So it started with my grandmother, probably back before that.
Yeah.
Without the stores and going and getting cake icing
Yeah.
or icing. That's what they would make at home, right? So
Yeah.
anyway, it's. I'm sure you could put it on anything.
Addicting. Are you guys sick of
Yeah.
maple syrup?
No.
no.
Every year it's the same thing. So pretty addictive, right?
Yeah.
Well, let's go through the products because you've got your syrup. Last time you brought in butter. You've got candies. You've got the icing. We talked about some spices you can put on meat and rubs. What am I missing here? Wait, there was something else we talked about last.
Oh, maple scrub. Maybe?
Yeah, maple scrub.
scrub.
Yeah.
That's right. It's like a soap, right? Or cleansing.
Yes,
Yes, they. No.
trying it out.
Okay.
It's the sugar sand out of the basically the soil.
Yeah.
And when you're boiling, you put it into your finishing pan.
Okay.
And on the filter cloth, that's when all the sugar sand comes out. So out of the soil and
Yeah,
that.
it's basically the mineral that's coming out of the rock, out of the limestone, right?
Yeah.
So as it's digging down, as the season goes on, the mineral starts to get thicker because the tree's looking for moisture.
Right.
So now we got this, it's like a sand.
That's right. I remember being
Right,
puzzled,
so-
amazed that stuff's coming up through the actual tree
Yeah.
into the sap there.
It is, it's an amazing
Yeah,
process.
that's incredible. So tell us about your last harvest season. Do you call it a harvest?
Yep.
What do you call it?
Yep.
Maple syrup
Yeah.
harvest.
Maple harvest.
Yep.
So you guys drove back,
Yeah, we drove back.
Yeah.
Whatever that was a month ago.
and how many kilometers is that? Or hours?
4,000 kilometers.
About 4,000
Yeah. So
kilometers.
for American listeners,
4,000.
imagine how far 4,000 kilometers can get you. So these guys
Yeah.
are dedicated.
Yeah.
All the way back to Ontario. What's the name of the town?
Perth.
Perth.
Yeah.
And
The Mathisons Maple Farm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
6 generations, too, eh?
Six
Six generations. Now, this 6 generations, though, has not always been on the same farm.
Okay.
It's 3 different farms because my great-great-grandfather had his farm.
Yeah.
Then my grandfather had his farm.
Okay.
And then I was able to purchase a farm 21 years ago.
Sweet.
So I wish I could have bought my grandfather's place, but I was 19 at that point.
Yeah.
And just basically trying to scrounge up enough money for beer on the
Yeah.
weekend. So I wasn't in any shape to buy that farm.
Yeah.
But anyway, as the next generation went through, so then we did a smaller operation at my uncle's,
Yeah.
and then I finally was able to buy our farm and,
Yeah.
started up with that.
Sweet. Well, since we've got you as the wise elder here, take us way back to the very beginning of the 6 generations. Did they come off the boat?
Basically came off the boat.
And where did they come from and how did
Scotland.
they end up there?
Well, both from Scotland and Ireland, because my grandmother was Scottish
Yeah.
and my grandfather was Irish.
Okay.
Now, back then, the Irish weren't supposed to mix with the Scottish,
Yeah.
but as they say, things happen.
Things happen.
So
Yeah. Well, we've got
that was-
Scotch and Irish whiskey here
Exactly.
tonight. So,
I don't think there's the animosity as what there was back then.
yeah. And Nate, Noah, do you know this family history, or are you just picking up on it now?
We're kind of picking up on it now. I
Yeah.
had Nana, she's out here with us as well. I had her kind of write a little script
Good.
for us so we can kind of trace it back and
Cool.
follow it a little bit more. So
Yeah.
back, yeah.
That's sweet to have that kind of history then. Yeah.
It is. I think you'll find as you get older, and Shannon can verify this, your roots are going to mean more and more to you. When I was younger, I didn't really care. And now as I'm getting older, it really means a lot to figure out, where am I from?
Yeah.
Who were my ancestors? What did they do? So good thing you guys are keeping track of that.
Yeah,
No,
definitely.
exactly.
It's big thanks to Nana to keep all that in line for us. So
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the one that's kept it.
Yeah, she's the
Up to
history
date.
buff, I guess.
Yeah.
Or yeah.
Get it down while you can, right?
yeah, exactly.
And how'd this year go?
Good. Now it got off to a very slow start. And like I say, as Nate always says, it depends on the weather. Well, it certainly does, because this year we were 6 weeks. The season can run I've had as short as 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
So basically what happened this year, so the season had started, we tapped in, got a little bit of a run, but then it got cold. As soon as it gets cold through the day and nights, I mean, you're into freezing weather,
Yeah.
it completely shuts down.
Nothing's flowing.
Everything freezes. So we have to wait now, right? Wait for Mother Nature. So then the time went through, we got finally a decent run, we were able to make a boil, but then once again, another deep freeze came in. So kind of the same in this area too, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it was a weird spring, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
so then we're now 2 weeks in, and we're thinking, oh crap, this is going to be a wasted season.
Yeah.
So then all of a
Not
sudden,
bringing any back out west
not
with us.
bringing any to the west. So then Mother Nature cooperated, and and so it worked out good. So the next 4 weeks, we were run off our, you know what, because when the season's on, it's like anything else, right? You got to go, because Mother Nature,
Yeah.
dictates everything. So
So as soon as that temperature went up, the sap
Yep,
starts flowing,
sap-
away you
sap,
go.
exactly.
And you're putting in 16-hour days. What's it
Well,
looking
it's
like?
you're someday, and it's not every day like that, because like I say, you'll get your little breaks and stuff, but it's long days. You're running 14-hour days,
Yeah.
So I mean,
Wow.
it's because once you collect it, you got to get it boiled. So you're boiling early mornings, then collecting, because you collect right through till dark.
Yeah.
Because the sap won't start usually running till about noon.
Yeah.
And then as it runs and fills up the pails and stuff like that too.
Are you
right?
on snowmobiles at this time of year? Quads, pickup trucks? What are you
Yeah.
using for your transport?
Started out
there?
with my old Alpine.
Okay.
It's basically a 2-track skidoo,
Yeah.
One ski on
and
it.
one ski, and they were used actually for grooming back in the 80s,
Yeah.
and it works wonderful.
Just
It's-
never dies.
It
eh?
never dies. It's a great, great machine. So,
And
but
then
it,
once the snow goes down, we switch to the side by side, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like back in, when I was a kid, so grandfathers, and so my grandfather back in the day, he had a big operation for that area. I mean, I think he was tapping around 3,000 taps at that point. but everything done by hand and
Wow.
horses. So they'd be out with their brace and bit, the
Yeah.
old hand crank, right?
Yeah.
No more drills. There was no
Right.
drills back then.
Yeah.
So everything done. So that's why all my uncles had these big wrists and forearms and stuff. Eh?
Yeah,
'Cause
you always
they-
lose the arm wrestle against those
Oh,
guys.
100%. Because they spent the winters in the bush,
Yeah.
cutting wood and stuff.
Yeah.
And then come springtime, that was what they concentrated on.
So 3,000 taps.
3,000
In
taps.
comparison, what are you guys running right now?
We're at 700. right
Okay,
now.
wow. So
Yeah.
yeah, 3 times as much.
We have
yeah.
modern stuff.
Yeah, we have.
More than 3
But,
times.
but like I say, there was a family of 12, right?
Yeah.
So everybody chipped in. The big team of horses, loved having the horses in the bush because it was just quiet, right? And the strength of those workhorses it's unbelievable.
Big draft horses.
Big draft, yep. Belgians,
Belgians, yeah.
Belgian horses in there. So, yeah, no, it was a big operation. And once again, I mean, he sold syrup to the west as well. It all came through with the train back then.
Syrup train.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So going back to your youth, Shannon, what the earliest days? How old were you when you were out there? What did it look like?
Where I would remember, I was probably back there since I was 5, right?
Yeah.
But I can't really remember. So I would say probably by 8, you start remembering things
Sure.
and stuff, eh? So, like I say, the uncles and stuff, they seemed like mountain of men right then,
Right, yeah.
back then sort of thing. And they're all out there slugging and bugging. And so my grandfather, but they worked with the horses in the bush all the time, like all winter long. So these horses were trained like it was like clockwork to them. So there was a 1,000-gallon tank on this sleigh that the 2 horses would pull through. So if you think of 1,000 gallons, and when you times that by 10 pounds a gallon,
Yeah.
and that's water, so sap's a little bit heavier.
Jeez,
You know, you're looking at 10,000 pounds.
it's crazy.
Man.
Pulling it through
Yeah.
the bush.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable. I didn't really understand it back then, but now you're thinking the power of that was running through the bush all the time. Eh?
Yeah.
And they never had to do anything because the horses knew the trail. All it was is guys just going and gathering one guy up on the wagon,
Yeah.
dumping into this big tank, and the horses would just keep going. So they would know their job.
Yeah.
So it was pretty amazing, really, and so that kept going on. And then, like I say, my grandfather's farm then got sold. He started having health issues and stuff. He was getting older, so they ended up selling the farm. But great memories back then, that's for sure.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, and everything was done by buckets. So back at that point, they used to boil in steel pans. And this is where the solder thing came in, and lead and all that stuff. So that's why everything's changed. I never seen anybody get lead poisoning. I mean, the guys were, soldering because the pans would break open with this intense heat from the evaporator. These pans would bust or whatever, right? So you remember those guys in there with the solder and the friggin' torches and stuff, so they'd be sealing up the pans.
And the pans are made of what now?
Just steel.
Steel, yeah.
Yeah, just steel. But like I say, with the heat, and they just soldered them because they would literally bust apart, right?
Yeah. I
And just
bet.
that intense heat and stuff. And
And then you get
just
syrup everywhere.
and syrup everywhere. Yeah, exactly.
Sticky mess.
A sticky mess.
Yeah.
So when I remember back in our camp, my grandfather's camp, you would come in because there was no hoods. We have a hood on our evaporator that takes all the steam out of the room. So there's a steam hood basically, and then it just pipes through a stack. But back then there was no, it was just an open pan and all the steam. So you'd come in there and you couldn't see a foot in front of you. Like everybody was like this, right? It was, I know the audience can't
And it
see
smells
that.
good, right?
Oh,
It smells
the
like sugar.
smell was
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can't beat the smell of a sugar
You
shack.
cannot beat this. And even with ours, because I have an open, our finishing pans are open, so the steam is always in the camp, but not that we can't see each other.
Yeah.
Right.
So would you come home feeling sticky? Like, is it in
Oh,
your
yeah.
hair and skin and
It's
everything?
in everything, yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
Definitely in everything. Because,
Cleanse though.
but it's a cleanse, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I
It's,
used to work in cow barns, so I'm sure this smelled a whole lot. Chicken barns, so I hope this smelled a whole lot better, right?
It was a great smell.
It's like a maple sauna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of fond memories from that, right? So anyway, that's why I kept
Sweet.
kept doing it.
And what? Go ahead.
I was just curious. So like so they dedicate a few weeks doing that in the spring.
Yeah.
The rest of the year they're logging then.
Well, the winter they'd be logging. So my
Okay.
grandfather was a dynamite man for the railroad. So in the summertime he'd go out and do the railroad
Gotcha.
stuff, right? So but come wintertime they were laid off.
Yeah.
So he had the farm. So and
Logging.
plus they worked the farm because they had cattle and everything too.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
And then back then, you could make a living off a small farm because
Yeah.
you could sell your eggs at the side of the road. If you had milk, because you milked maybe 3-4 cows, right? Because you had
Yeah.
a big family that you were giving milk to. So the excess, you would put in these cans, put them at the road, and the milk guy would literally come by and collect your can and then give you your check at the end of the month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta get some cows.
Yeah. But it's just so different, right?
Oh yeah.
So,
Is the dream to like take this operation to 3,000 trees? Would that be like
no, not because our bush wouldn't. We've got probably about 1,200.
Yeah.
You need a few more sons too.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
getting late for that.
Exactly.
Well, in honor of your ancestry, I've got some Irish whiskey. I'm going to pour a little maple syrup here, and
Oh, yeah.
I think this is
Beautiful.
going to be dynamite.
Yeah, because Nate, you guys brought a trailer full of syrup and treats out here. What's the plan for the summer then? You guys going to markets or?
Yep, we're gonna try more when the tourist season starts. So
Yeah,
June,
yeah.
July.
Yeah.
Gonna try to hit up the markets. We also got our website.
Oh, cool.
Hopefully here by the middle of June done.
Yeah.
I had a buddy working on it, and
Perfect.
so I'm hoping we'll get it on
Yeah.
online and start selling online too. So
I love it.
so we brought hauled it all out again. The truck and Dad's truck was used for this road trip, so that was nice of him to allow us to.
I had to come back to get my truck.
You had
Yeah.
to come back to get. Now you've got to make the long drive all
Yeah.
the way back.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what kind of trailer were you guys pulling?
We just had an enclosed trailer, 5x8 enclosed trailer.
5x8.
Full of syrup.
Full of syrup.
Truck full of syrup.
Dangerous.
You stuffed it to the gills.
We stuffed it, and we had your trees for your
And
boat
trees.
Yeah.
in there as
Yeah.
well.
Let's dig into that then. So you guys showed up tonight with these three. Well, I guess Scott, you describe what was going on here.
Yeah, so first of all, let's go back in time to Christmas market. We were sharing the same booth. I didn't know you guys from Adam. I'm selling my book, Radically Wild, and these guys pull up with their sugar, and we get talking. And I don't know, we were there for hours, so we started talking about hunting, fishing, and bushcraft, and I talk about bows, and you guys are like, oh yeah, we got some good bow wood. I'm like, you don't say. So these good folks brought me back 3 nice bow staves, big beams,
Yeah.
ironwood, and 2 maples. So this is fantastic. Sugar maple, which is regarded as one of the best maples for making bows. That and vine maple from British Columbia. But man, I can nerd out on bows for a long time. So we could chat it. We want to talk.
Yeah, let's
bows?
nerd out
Man,
there. Yeah,
let's
yeah,
get
let's get
into it.
into it.
Okay. So they've got this big stave. What I told them to look for is something that's at least 6 feet tall. And you guys definitely did that.
Yeah, that's
And-
pushing 7 feet at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we cut them at 7.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we went 7.
Beautiful. Yeah, that way if it dries and gets a bit of checkering,
Yeah.
you still got a good stave. You want it as straight as possible and as knot free as possible. So yeah, you want one section that you can get a completely knot free. 3 inches is complete minimum. 4, 5, 6. The
Okay.
bigger it is, the less crowning you'll get. And then typically you will actually let the season for 6 months to 2 years.
Right.
And I've done yew bows that I've seasoned for even past that, like the English longbows. Some of them were seasoned 7 years. So
Is that right?
you're not making many in your lifetime. You're doing that. But the whitewoods and the maple's called a whitewood. You guys know that from
Okay,
cutting it. They can be made green. So because you've got 2 maples, I think I might try this summer, because I busted a nice bow this winter and nearly brought me to tears. So I might try one of these green,
Right.
and then you have to fire harden it or fire dry it.
Okay.
And so the outside of the wood, it's called the back of the bow. That's the one that bends the most. The belly faces you. The outside is tension. It's like a rubber band stretching.
Right.
The inside is compression, so it's got to compress. And so if you can take the coals of your fire, or if you want to do modern, you do the heat gun, and you char that just a little bit, just like lightly charred toast, right?
Okay.
You taking the bark off to do that?
Yeah. So what I would do with this guy right now is I would split it.
So are you going to split that in half?
I'll split it in half. Yeah.
Right.
You use axe, machete, wedges, anything you need to. I mean, if you've got a bow saw, you're in good luck, but
Right.
I don't. Do you have one, George?
I got a bandsaw. Does that work?
Bandsaw, I mean.
Bandsaw,
Yeah. You have a
probably.
bandsaw?
Yeah.
Awesome. You've been hiding that
It's
along
just
with
in
the
the corner over
cigars,
there,
too. Yeah. So yeah, bandsaw makes it a lot easier. And then here's the secret. You want to take the bark off and just lightly sand that outer ring. Because if you bust the outer ring, you've broken your bow.
Oh, really?
So, because that's going to be under great tension. So, once you get the bark off, lightly sand that outer ring. Don't touch it. Even if you got to leave some inner bark on. It's for character. And all the work is done on the belly of the bow, if that makes sense.
Now, do you have a draw knife to take that?
Yeah, so
Right.
what I'm starting with generally is a hatchet. Then I'm
Okay.
going down a machete. Then I'm using a draw knife.
Right.
Then there's this cheese grater type of draw thing. I don't know if you've seen it. It looks like a cheese grater. And then I'm down to sanding. And then what's called floor tillering. So I start bending the stave just to see the natural bend. And of course the fat end is going to bend a lot less than the skinny end.
Right.
So I've got a tiller. Tiller means I'm striking a balance so that you don't get one that's not bending and one that does all the work. Otherwise, you're going to get a hinge or an elbow.
Right.
So the tillering goes on for days, and that's delicate. You put it on a tillering stick, and you stand back, you pull it, and then you watch to make sure it's perfectly tillered, perfectly balanced. You don't want to overstress it. You can bust it early. And then you're taking a few practice shots with it once it's nicely tillered and kind of break it in. You can't go like full draw on that
Right.
brand new bow. You just got to let that wood kind of get used to it. Yeah, and then if you want to be old school, you seal it with oils like bear grease, beeswax. If you want to be modern, you can use your parathanes and that sort of thing. And I've got bows, some have lasted over 30 years and others have
Wow.
broken within a week. So you never quite know. But it breaks your heart after you put in that much time
Yeah.
or something. Yeah. But we should talk about wood. If anyone's listening here in North America, the top woods in the world actually, arguably, are Pacific yew or yew trees in Europe for our European listeners, and Osage orange in the southern states. So those are known as the best in the world.
Okay.
I've made a few yew bows, and I've got one that's still shooting great after 30 years. Then you're into your hickories, ash, maple, your ironwood. Now you're all elms.
Right.
Those are probably all in the same field, and they're called whitewoods.
Right.
And as you can see, they're all hardwoods, right?
Yeah.
And here in the northern Rockies, we have how many of those?
None?
None.
Man.
Now,
So if you get lost in the bush here, do you know what wood you're going to use?
Poplar.
Birch.
Willow.
Birch.
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 Birch. Willow can work. That's you're really desperate. I mean, you can shoot rabbits and grouse with willow, but you're not shooting a nice bull moose sort of thing. But birchwood, like people in Alaska, indigenous people use birch. So I've made some pretty strong birch bows from scratch, even like in an afternoon, and fire hardened, and they're powerful enough to take a deer.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Now, is there a preferred from that or hickory? Because I know back home a lot of guys use hickory for
Hickory's
axe handles.
really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, hickory's. Did I not list hickory? Because hickory is one of the best.
Yeah, no, you did,
Yeah.
but I was just wondering, is the maple about the same thing
They
as the
say
hickory?
hickory's more forgiving. I wouldn't
Okay.
say that one is necessarily a better bow, but hickory's easier to work with.
Easier
for
to
some
work
work.
with, yeah.
We can
That
get you some
comes down
hickory.
to- what's that?
We can get you some hickory next year.
Okay, you heard it here. They made a promise. You guys have hickory on your
Yeah.
land too? Holy
Yeah.
smokes.
Not a lot,
Yeah.
like not a whole lot,
Yeah.
but
Sweet.
definitely a lot of ironwood and maple.
Yeah.
So,
And that stuff's heavy, man. Like that
Oh.
7-foot piece is, what's that,
yeah,
60 pounds?
Feels like 60 pounds. Yeah. Maybe
very,
more.
they're a dense wood, right?
And the ironwood is probably.
Yeah.
When I asked you guys to bring them in, all three went out. I'm like, how heavy are they?
It's not a light like pine. And
No.
No.
And what are you using for a string for that?
So again, if you want to go old school, and sometimes I do, I've made them out of sinew. Think of the back straps of your elk or moose, those long bands of silver skin.
Yeah.
You just fillet that off, and then you pound it, twist it into bowstring. That's what our ancestors used. I've done rawhide too, from deer hide. You can use for plants. You can use dogbane and stinging nettle fibers. They're strong enough for bowstring. But modern day, it's all.
Yeah, you're not a modern day guy though.
I'm not a modern day guy. I do a bit of both.
Bit of both.
Yeah, and paracord can work, but here's the deal: if you get lost in the bush and have to make a bow, your paracord is so elastic, like a rubber band, that it's not good. You actually want a string that can't stretch. So there is a trick, though. Can you guess what it is with paracord?
You just the inside one? No, you double it. You burn it? I gotta hit one of these things.
What you do is tie the heaviest weight on that paracord you can, and stretch the snot out of it. So it's got no more give. So if you can tie a massive tree or rock and just hang it,
Right.
stretch the snot out of it, so it's got no more stretch left. Now you got a decent bowstring, so
Right.
it can be done. Boot laces are great. I'm looking at us. I'm don't
Crocs.
Okay, we
I
got.
don't know about those, but
Yeah. So there's only two guys here that could make bows out of your bootlaces. But if you're lost in the bush, your bootlaces are fire, bowstring, snares, shelter. Like
right.
your cordage is
Okay.
great.
Huh.
You got a little hoodie string there, Shanon.
Yeah, there we go.
You could probably. You can get a fire going out of that. I've gotten fire going out of a piece of underwear. So you know what you're doing. You can do it. Yeah. Any questions about that?
I'm curious which one you're gonna start with then. Are you gonna
That ironwood is so prime, and for my research, I've never used ironwood, so that's a new one for me, and I'm excited. But that one I'm going to let season. I don't want to rush it.
Yeah.
And since there's two maples, I'm going to try one green.
Yeah.
And let the other season, and then compare the power of one that started green. But
Right.
remember, I'm going to dry it out
Yeah.
over a fire, so it won't stay green. Because if you use it green, it's called set, so it's just going to stay bent.
Right.
And you want, when you unstring that bow, you want it to go straight back or even recurved.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'll steam the limbs and recurve them that way. So
So you'll let the ironwood sit for a year?
at least a year.
Yeah.
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 That's
Yeah,
going to
wow.
be a bigger project.
You need a couple people to lift it
Yeah,
up.
oh,
Hands
yeah.
up for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, to season it then is just leave it.
Yeah, but good question. You don't want to stick it out in the backyard in the sun. It'll crack like crazy or in
Yeah.
the rain. So the best place is a slow seasoning. The basement's nice. It's kind of cool, a little bit damp, so it's slowly releasing that moisture.
Moisture out.
If it goes too fast, you're going to get cracks all through that wood. And
Right.
Alberta's brutal because we're so dry here.
Yeah.
If anybody's tried to keep cigars in a humidor, you know what I'm talking about. You got You got to put a lot of moisture into them cigars. Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah. Thanks so much, you guys. I was honored that you remembered me and then came back with 3.
Yeah, those are heavy duty.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever done anything like this before? Like sold
No.
any wood for bow or anything?
No. Now, we do have burrs. It's, I don't know what you guys would call them.
Yeah. Burrs or burls?
Yeah, burl.
Oh, my dad loves that.
So-
like we got his deck's just all his logs on
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah.
So I have sold a couple for bowls. Guys
Yeah.
would
Yeah.
put them on the lathe for bowls and stuff too. So.
Or guys use them for handles for their hunting knives and that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're
that's right,
beautiful.
too, yeah.
They got all that swirly
Yeah.
grain in
Oh
there.
yeah, it's
And
it's
rock
swirly
hard.
and rock hard. Yeah.
So what, from a maple? Is
From
that
a maple.
mostly maples?
Yeah,
eh?
mostly maples. Yeah.
Oh, they'd be beautiful, yeah.
Maybe we'll just have to do maple syrup and trees.
Yeah,
next
that's
year.
right. That's
Start
right.
selling some wood.
You guys should try. You should try a bow. You'll get hooked, man.
Yeah, how many
I've
bows?
got into doing spoons and spatulas.
Oh yeah, I do
just
spoons
recently.
too. Yeah.
So someday I'd love to try a bow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, you're sitting on so much nice wood there.
Yeah.
Hickories, maples, ironwood.
We have a bit of cherry too. We got some
Is it
black cherry.
black cherries?
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
a wild species then, or a planted?
No, it was there. A lot of people, most of them are cut out now because they use them for cabinets,
Yeah.
dressers, stuff like that. So there's a lot of
Furniture,
furniture.
Yeah, and
so-
it's good you bring that up because I was making my list there. I've also used choke cherry.
Choke cherry.
Indigenous people use choke cherry on the prairies.
Right.
Green ash is pretty good, and Saskatoon, also very hard. But what I found with Saskatoon, also known as serviceberry,
Oh, okay.
it kind of spirals, and you can't have a spiral in your grain.
Right.
You need a straight grain. But the indigenous bows, the short bows that they were shooting from bison, they didn't have a 6-foot bow on a buffalo or on a horse shooting buffalo. That'd be crazy.
Right.
So they had these little short bows with short arrows, and then you could get a piece of Saskatoon that was, maybe just 4 feet,
Okay.
5 feet long, rather than 6 feet.
Now, does that wood typically spiral, or is it because it's on a windy spot, like an edge of a bush?
I've just
or
found a lot of it does spiral for
Okay.
whatever reason. It might be more prone to that, but makes great walking sticks, throwing sticks. The stuff is as hard as iron. I don't know if you've ever worked with
No.
Saskatoon. It's rock hard.
No, I
Probably
haven't.
like your ironwood. So you said you get sparks with the chainsaw.
Oh yeah, guaranteed.
You can feel it when you're cutting
Yeah.
through.
Yeah.
It's-
At night, if you're not at night, but close to night, it's just like fireworks. It's wow. It's just like a sparkler.
Yeah.
One of those friggin' sparklers.
We'll see if George's bandsaw can make
Let's see if that's true. I got the new blade on it, Scott. You can try it
Might need a
out.
couple blades for that.
Oh no.
But
Are you going to use that for arrows too then?
For arrows, I usually use shoots from choke cherry, ash. You can use willow; it's a little weaker. Red osier dogwood is good. I harvest them and then I bundle them, and use turkey feathers for fletching. Flint knap your stone if you want to go au naturel. Use sinew to do all your tie downs. Hide glue, or you can cheat and use dental floss and modern day arrowheads. It depends how pristine you want to get. It's always an argument I have of how hardcore primitive do I need to make this, right?
and how much time?
And how much time and what's cheating and what isn't cheating. I mean, that's the big bushcraft dilemma, right?
Yeah.
But I've made a bow from start to finish with just a shard of obsidian and a piece of wood. So no metal tools. So I did it once to prove I could do it. I'm like, I never have to torture myself with that
You
again.
started at 19, you were done at
Yeah,
39.
pretty much. Yeah.
Nice,
Yeah,
man. That's cool.
wild.
I love it. And so you guys, so you got the maple trees, you got the wood, and then you're hunting down there too?
Yep, we hunt on the farm. Whitetail.
Monsters?
Yeah, some good size. I mean, our area's like a big whitetail at home, 230. But
Okay.
Most,
That's big.
yeah,
good.
but most are 180.
Yeah.
Even that's.
But there has been,
Yeah.
a couple of monsters there at 250, 260. Like that's a big weight.
So they're bigger because the Northern Rockies here. I used to hunt in Saskatchewan, and you can get those big boys.
Yeah.
Here, like a 130, 140 is a good buck.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, like
That's what we tell ourselves.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
I think out here, like the racks are a lot bigger than the ones at home.
Oh,
For
really?
some reason, our neighbor there, big hunter guy, and seeing his racks mounted there, they're a lot bigger than ours at home. So
Well, you find out where he's hunting.
yeah, I'm gonna follow him this year. And
Put a little GPS tracker on his
Yeah.
truck. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there are some big ones out here, but they're further and far between than what you find in Saskatchewan or Manitoba.
Right.
Yeah. George, you need to try this Irish whiskey with the maple.
Yeah. Let me pour a glass of that. I
wow.
want some
Oh,
of that,
you don't want to.
too. No, I'm going in. Irish whiskey with maple, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so were you out hunting this year then, Shannon, or what's your...
Yeah, I was actually this year. But,
How'd the season go?
Well, the neighbors got some. Me, not so much.
Yeah.
But I give up quickly.
Yeah.
And you got tree stands on your land? Is
yeah,
that
there's tree stands.
how many
and
tree
stuff.
stands you got?
I would say probably what, 6 or 7.
7, yeah.
Do you want the
Somewhere
neighbors
around
listening in on this podcast? It's going to get you in trouble.
Oh no,
That's
They're all on the
nice.
fence line.
Exactly. Well, that's the tease because we moose hunt with these guys.
Yeah.
And it's always a competition because they hunt on both sides of us.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So I've built a ground blind right on their fence line because that's where they get their big bucks is in this field. So
Yeah.
I was sitting out. The one guy texts me. He's like, "I can see you." I was like, "Well, it's first come first serve. Whatever way the buck's gonna jump over the fence."
Yeah.
yeah.
Did you get them?
No, we didn't have one, but we always tease each other. But they always usually get the bigger ones because
Yeah.
they got the fields there with the corn.
Yeah.
Because it's farmers' fields. So.
Oh, yeah.
And do you guys go for moose on your land as well? Or
No.
you go
No.
further north?
Go
or
up Timmins area.
How far of
yeah.
a drive is that? Or how?
9 hours.
Oh.
About 9 hours
Okay.
north. Right?
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's serious.
Timmins, Cochrane area. So, and there's no deer up there. It's just moose.
Yeah.
Right.
Is that crown land then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah. All around. Now, one of my buddies that we hunt with has a spot that we go to. Now we haven't done that in a few years just because of the tags.
Yeah.
We haven't been able to get a tag, and I mean there's 12 of us that put in for it, but it's still tough to get a tag up there. So
Yeah.
actually, the last few years, the boys did a fly-in, and so I finally went with them last year. That was a lot of fun, actually. A lot of fun.
Did they drop you off at a camp then?
Yep, dropped
wow.
us off at a camp,
Cool.
come down the river in the float plane to a camp. So it was
Wow.
a different experience. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
And have all three of you gone hunting together then up there?
No, not to that, not
Yeah.
to the fly-in, but Noah and I with up north.
Yeah, I started
Timmins
in
and-
probably
Mm.
that one picture we had.
That
at
one
home, I looked
picture is pretty young
pretty
looking.
young.
Yeah.
Probably, I don't know, 14,
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
16
13.
or 13.
Yeah.
And you guys
He was
have a
pretty
moose
young.
hunting story with Noah where you had a Bigfoot after you. Is that right?
Yeah. Well, they call it Bigfoot. I call it Sasquatch.
Sasquatch, yeah. So what
So
happened there?
Basically, I mean, we're all out on our watch, and we were all watching stuff. And I don't know, it wasn't that far to. I think was it after morning sort of thing, or was it?
I think it was. I think it was just.
was just after the morning.
time. We got in there. It was in a cut block, weren't we? We were in the.
Yeah, it was. But like I say, everybody around, and we're all spread out, like within radio contact sort of thing. I don't know, probably 9, 10 in the morning, maybe,
Yeah.
somewhere around there.
Yeah,
And
around
all of a sudden, this great big, I can't even really describe it because it was eerie. It was like a screech with a roar with a friggin'. I don't know, but it, honest to God, I said, we need a bigger gun. It's like, what the hell? And it came up again, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, so we're on the radio. Did you guys hear that? Yeah, we heard that. Like, what is it? Like, we had no, I honestly thought it was Sasquatch coming through the bush. Like, this thing would have been at least 20 feet high. Like, it was crazy.
It was.
And you heard the screech and the roar
Yeah,
too.
And
I
I
heard
mean,
it as well.
out of,
And,
you have
like,
to
we were,
remember,
yeah.
we are in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
There's not another hunter near us for miles and miles and miles. We're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
And
closest
this-
town's probably like an hour away.
At least.
And did you hear stomping? Like
Didn't
something-
hear any stomping
It was just
or nothing.
a screech
it was
and
just
roar.
a screech and a roar. Like, I mean, a
That's
deathly
weird,
roar.
eh?
It was really weird.
Because
eerie.
yeah, I mean the screech could be a big cat, even lynx screech, but a roar is more bear. But to have both together is
Yeah,
weird,
it
right?
was just the weirdest. Now, the
Yeah.
only thing, because my buddy had got back, we all got back and we were like, what? Like, you know, we were just, it was unbelievable. Because, like I say, we've hunted a long time and never heard anything like that. So Rob got on the, the Google machine there. Possibility it was a bull moose on a warning, or got scared, or throwing. I don't know, but it was like really loud. So
Yeah.
it was unbelievable.
Wendigo.
Yeah.
So
But-
is Sasquatch? I mean, here we're major Sasquatch country for researchers. I'm sorry, I'm not a believer, but they do come out and research here, as well as Nordeg and of course British Columbia. Are you guys a Sasquatch hotspot up there in that area? Like, is that?
No, I don't think so. No,
Huh.
no,
Yeah.
no, I don't. It was just, I don't know.
Yeah.
None of us seemed to know. The only thing, like I say, we could chalk it up to was a big bull moose just
Yeah.
warning something off. I don't know.
A weird-
But it was so loud.
Weird bellow. Gotta
Like-
look that up.
But it
Yeah.
was more, like I say, that roar.
It's hard. Yeah,
It's
too
very
hard
hard to explain or
You have to
describe.
be right there. And,
Yeah.
like,
Well,
that's
Just
it.
something we
Maybe
never-
our listeners can
Yeah,
type in if
type
they've
in.
heard that before, and
Yeah.
if they know what critter might make that. Because, like I said, I've heard cougars scream in the night. That'll make your skin crawl. Lynx are actually even more terrifying. They just like a real shriek.
Right.
Yeah, it'll make you clutch your shotgun right quick when they're in heat and screaming around the campfire. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was at a zoo one time, and this lion, so the male lion, let out a roar,
Yeah.
and it was like unbelievable. All the friggin' hair just,
Oh, yeah.
and it's like, wow.
The ground
That's
shakes.
why you guys are the king of
Yeah.
the jungle, because it was.
I've heard a grizzly roar
unbelievable.
too, which was very similar to a lion roar, and the ground shakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this thing, like I say, it didn't seem like it was close. I mean, it did with the roar, but this roar came from, could have been 2 miles away. That's how loud this thing. I don't know. I just.
It was super loud.
Let's just say it was a Sasquatch. Let's
Yeah, we're gonna go
It
with
sounds more
Sasquatch.
fun. It sounds more fun.
That would be exciting.
A massive Sasquatch.
Yeah, and Noah and Dad took a swim with the four-wheeler while moose hunting.
Yeah.
Well, that was a fun
Okay,
one.
tell us the story.
We'll let Noah on that one.
That was. I think.
Is that the same trip as the Sasquatch trip?
No, I don't
No.
think so. No.
I think this was more when I first started, because we used to. What was fun? So we'd go out in the morning, before dark, get in our stands, sit, and then we'd have a little break in the afternoon, and we'd go partridge hunting or grouse, and that was a lot of fun. So we had four-wheelers and side-by-sides and that. So Dad and I are buddied up on the four-wheeler, and we were out grouse hunting, and had little 410 with us. And it's kind of the same around here, like all the big bogs that the trucks like to dig up, and the 4-wheelers and that. So we're coming up to this boggy area, and it was pretty tight squeeze between the edge of the tire track and a tree. So I was like, I think we could squeeze through there, Dad. Dad's like, yeah, I think we can go.
Of course we can.
Of course we can. So we're on, I think it was the Big Bear. It was the 350, I think, Big Bear Yamaha. And anyways, so we decided to go, and we were going, and almost halfway there, and we got closer to the tree, and I didn't say squeeze tight enough to the tree, and the one end dropped. The 4-wheeler tire dropped into basically the pit, the mud hole, and here Dad and I go right in. The 4-wheeler tips on its side. We had over. Tips right over. We had the guns. The guns got filled with water. We are just soaked.
Not soaked, but soaked in mud and sludge and just everything.
Just everything. And I was like, oh man, like I was younger and I got a little mad. And here's Dad. He's like, whatever. It's an adventure.
That's right.
So we
makes a good story.
Makes a good story, exactly. So I'll never forget it, and I don't think Dad will either, because we were pretty soaked and everything. So got back to the guys, and they're like, "What
the
happened?" So we explained it to them. But it was a good swim for us. So.
Yeah.
It was a good bonding time.
Yeah. Guns were fine, scopes were fine.
Yeah, everything after we got everything cleaned up. Yeah.
It
was,
didn't wreck anything. So.
Yeah. And what were you guys using for moose hunting? You 30-06
30-06. Yeah. Yeah, and it's like classic, I use that for deer hunting too, right?
Sure.
So because it's an easy gun.
It's all rounder.
It's an all rounder. Yeah. And the odd guy used a 308 too, because it's kind of an all-rounder, but the 30-06 has just got a little bit more punch, right?
Yeah.
So if you get into...
You have one that's been in the family for a while, or you...
No, actually, another story. I had bought off of a friend of mine, his dad. So his dad was actually a tail gunner in the Lancaster Bomber in WW2.
Okay.
So it's a special gun to me.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah. He was done hunting because of health issues once again, right? So as you get older, and I told Dell, I said all my life, because we had hunted when I was a young kid with him as well. So I said, you go to sell your gun, make sure. So anyway, ended up buying that. So now he's got stories.
Got a bit of history,
That's cool.
He had a lot of stories. Yeah.
We just did an episode 2 on black bear hunting. You guys got bears down there, like when you're hunting moose, like bear moving around?
Yeah. Actually, at the farm too. So my mother'd be out looking out the back window, and there was a mama bear and 3 cubs actually that one time. And apparently from the neighbor just the other day, and he said it was at least 400 to 500 pounds, the biggest bear he's seen around that area. Like that's a big bear.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever hunt bear there? Or?
No. The neighbors do.
Yeah.
Maple flavored.
Yeah. Maple flavored.
Maple flavored bear roast.
I'll tell you though, the bear friggin', it's good.
It is good.
Yeah. So really good.
Yeah. Should we be talking recipes with maple and wild game? You got any? What do you do?
I don't really. Maple butter, basically.
Yeah, so you guys are putting maple butter on like steaks.
Yeah, it's the best.
Yeah, but they started that. I never had it until they started, and it's really good.
Sear your steak for a little bit. Yeah. And then just as you're finishing it off, put a little bit of maple butter on top.
Maple butter on.
And it just caramelizes that.
Oh, that sounds great. And then you're throwing it back on the grill just to toast it a bit?
Just toast it a bit.
Oh,
but you don't want to put it on right away because then burn it.
It'd char, right? With all the sugar in there.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
And on roast as well, like slow roast, put it on that. It's real good.
Yeah. In a slow cooker?
Yeah, slow cooker.
Yeah, that would work.
With a little maple butter in there.
Yeah, because it keeps the moisture in. So.
Well, I got, what is this, a liter I got off you guys? So
Yeah.
It already goes good with whiskey, so
Oh yeah,
that's
a tasty, smooth combo right there. Yeah.
It's a bit deadly, I'll admit. Yeah.
Well, Ellen, like I was telling you guys before too, I used to make up a sugar. Same thing, it's just maple syrup boiled down more, and he would just sprinkle it on his salmon. So
Okay.
yeah, it was really good. And he did that it was a high-end restaurant, right? So he used to get that off me in bags, so I'd bring it to him in bags, and yeah, it was good.
And you make candies as well,
Yep,
right?
candies as well.
You just keep
Yep.
boiling it down, or how
Yep.
do you get them into the
So-
candy form?
So basically, syrup generally right around 220 degrees, give or take. Then the butter goes to 230, and then candy will go 240. So once it
Okay.
goes to 240, then there's a process, and then into these molds. So the
Yeah.
rubber mold, right, like the maple leaves that you see. And I make maple bunnies as well that we had done. So yeah, it's just basically you're boiling down your product to get thicker. That's
Sure.
it. So yeah,
Whip it.
and then whip it. Yeah, but like I say, nothing added, just right out of the tree.
Straight up.
Yeah, straight up. So no, you can't. It's pretty hard to beat.
Yeah. So going back to the black bear, George mentioned your black bears. You've got a story with blueberries and black bear. You guys have
Yeah.
lots of blueberries there?
Yeah. Well, this was up north,
Timmins?
up in Timmins area.
This
Yeah.
was while we were moose hunting.
Yeah.
as well.
Well, we were moose hunting. I don't. Was it the year? It might have been the year before the roar of the Sasquatch. I'm not certain which
Base
year.
your timelines on that for sure. Yeah.
It all bases back to the Sasquatch.
You know? Yeah. So anyway, one of our gang members and myself, we decide we're going off into a different direction now. The other gangs, like everybody else, is spread out, so we're going to try something new into a clearing. So anyway, we're walking in, and the last thing he says to me, he says, okay, because we have bear tags too, right? But it's still early in the week. So he said, you know what? Let's just concentrate on moose, okay? If a bear comes out, don't shoot it. Don't shoot it. All right, yep, no problem. So anyway, I get into my area, the clearing there, and then you can see him, he's walking through, and then there's a bush line in between us, and he gets on the other side. So we can't see each other or anything. So anyway, I said, yeah, no problem. No bears, just moose. So all of a sudden, not all of a sudden, we're sitting there for a bit. I'd say maybe an hour went by, and then all of a sudden, a black bear decides to poke its head out. So now he's coming through, scrounging around, eating blueberries or whatever he's foraging for. So I'm like, you know what? I've always heard people say, how close you can get to a black bear and stuff. And I got my 30-06, so I said, you know what? Let's give this a try. I just want to see how close I can actually get, because he wasn't a big. He maybe 150.
You could have taken it.
Yeah, exactly. I could have wrestled him at that. I was younger then. So I said,
Give
you know
him some
what?
blueberries.
Yeah, exactly. I said, just for shits and giggles, I am going to see how close I can get to this bear. So I just basically walk very slowly, stop every once in a while. And he can see me. He didn't hesitate, nothing. He just kept on eating. So I kept on creeping up. And I'm getting fairly close at this point. So I would say I got to probably 20 yards of him. I'm going to say 20 yards, which is close.
Yeah, that's close.
That's close. And he never even bothered. He just kept eating. And I just stayed there, I had the gun up.
Was your safety on or off?
No, the safety was still on. So I thought, okay, no. Because he wasn't giving any indication of aggression, like nothing. He didn't blunt or like anything. So anyway, he's just doing his thing, eating his stuff, looking around, and he looks right at you, right? Well, oh well, whatever. Something else in the bush. Just starts mowing through. So now the bush between my buddy and I So now he's creeping there because now he's heading into the big bush because it's all bush surrounding us. So he's still in the opening. So he's going through this little bush and now into the opening. So I thought, all right. I didn't want to radio my buddy and say, okay, there's a black bear, because he's going to see him, obviously. So I just left, and I thought, okay, well, he said no bear. So anyway, I thought, wait. So probably about 15 minutes in, kerbang! I'm like, holy frig. He shoot like, it's my buddy, obviously, because it's close. So, wait a little bit, get on the radio, and I said, a moose? No, I shot at that black bear.
That was my
And I
buddy.
said, you shot what? So I'm radioing to him. I shot at the black bear. So it's starting to now get, oh, well, so much for don't shoot the black bear.
Yeah.
So now it's not dark, and it's not.
like
We still
dusk.
got a little bit of time, right? So I said, oh, okay. Anyway, I go through this bush section. I get to my buddy, and I said, what happened with the black bear? He said, well, there was nothing else coming out. So I said, oh, okay. He said, did you see him? Yeah, I seen him for a little bit.
I was eating blueberries.
I was
with him.
eating blueberries. So anyway, I said to him, did you get him? Well, I think so. I said, you think so? So he said, he went in the bush line there. So I said, yeah, all right. So you got, I think so, bear in the bush.
That's always the best bear.
And it's getting darker.
Yeah.
Right?
Been
So
there.
it gets great. It gets great. So now we get to the bush line and we're searching, for blood and everything else, eh? So we finally pick up on a bit of blood. So I said, okay, well, now this is now into thick bush that we've got to walk into now. So now we've got it could be a wounded bear. So, and I don't usually get too nervous on hunting, but this time I was nervous because you're getting closer to dark, right?
Yeah.
You got to go in. So we got our flashlights. We're going in. We get in a little piece, following the blood. Not much blood though, right? So you're thinking, oh, geez. Anyway, eventually we did get to him, and he was lying down. So thankfully, but now we're dragging. Now it's dark.
Yeah.
Right. So now we're dragging this bear out of the bush. So we get back to the camp, and where the frig, and we got this bear. The other lads, because they've been eaten by this time, because we're getting back there. It took quite a while.
Yeah.
You're a couple hours dragging that thing out. Because those lads dropped us off, right? So then we basically dragged out, and then we radioed as soon as we got, because we were far enough away now.
Yeah.
By the time we got into the bush, we weren't able to radio contact. So then we got out a bit farther, and then finally, so then they picked us up. But yeah, so that was okay. Well, don't shoot the bear. Whatever you do,
You could have hit him with a rock.
Oh,
Or so close.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, just unbelievable.
Amazing.
On a hunt like that, when you're up for a week and you get a bear, like first, second day, is it like, okay, we're heading back in, or is it like, oh, we'll stay out for the full week? Or?
Oh no, we stay out.
Stay out there.
Yeah, because we hadn't got our moose right.
It was cold enough to hang it, or you have
Oh
coolers?
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, no, it was cool enough to
Yeah.
hang. So
Well, we want to do some would you rathers and then jump back into some more good hunting, fishing stories here. So I'm going to go with the Bigfoot theme. I got two. So we'll start with this. Would you rather prove Bigfoot exists, or Sasquatch, or always have guaranteed luck while hunting and fishing for the rest of your life? But imagine if you prove Bigfoot exists, like you're world famous overnight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like maybe find a body or whatever.
Right.
That or guaranteed hunting, fishing success for the rest of your life. What are you picking, Noah? We're starting with you.
Okay. I think I'm going to pick the Bigfoot.
Yeah?
I think so.
Yeah?
Just because,
Yeah.
nobody's proven it yet. So
Yeah, you'll travel around the world and get interviewed.
We had them there, but we just didn't have any pictures.
That's right. You needed a big net. 30-06.
a little bigger maybe than the
Yeah.
30-06.
Yeah.
Right on. How about you, Nate? What are you picking?
I think I'd go for the guaranteed.
The guaranteed hunting and fishing?
Yeah. I mean, that would be pretty ideal.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Especially when everyone else gets skunked and you're just
Yeah.
smiling.
Yeah. All the
Pulling
time.
in those big fish. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what does guaranteed mean? Like every time you go fishing, you're catching something?
absolutely.
Every time
Yeah.
you go hunting, you're getting something?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah.
George, you're going for
Yeah,
that?
you got to.
Yeah. Yeah. How about you, Shan?
I am definitely going for that because my luck at fishing is horrible.
You guys have walleye up there. Walleye,
Yep,
pike,
yep,
bass,
Yep.
right?
Walleye, pike, and bass. Yep.
Yeah, that's-
Smallmouth, largemouth bass. Right.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Close to the farm, like good.
Oh yeah, within. Well, I mean, there's lakes everywhere up
Yeah.
in our area.
Yeah.
It's lake country.
You
Yeah.
get catfish, turtles, snappers.
Yeah, there's catfish. Yep.
Yeah.
There are big snappers too. There was a big turtle on the road the other day, half the size of that table.
You can eat them.
Yeah.
I've eaten them.
Really?
Yeah,
eh?
they're
Yeah,
good.
no,
They taste good.
yeah.
Cook them with some maple butter. And
Yeah,
Yeah, there you
maple
go.
butter and Irish whiskey. I hear is really good mix.
There you go. Yeah. No, I've never had turtle. What's
Yeah.
What's that joke there? I'll have some turtle soup and make it snappy.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, one more Bigfoot.
What
This
are you doing, Scott?
Oh, I got to go with the hunting and fishing.
Yeah.
Although that's pretty much my success.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Not quite. Similar, would you rather prove Bigfoot exists beyond a shadow of a doubt or never need money again?
Never need money.
You go to the grave a wealthy man, but you could go to the grave having proven that Bigfoot exists.
I feel like if you're the guy that proves Bigfoot exists, then you're dealing with a lot of
Yeah, I think
wild people.
Crazy
Yeah.
people.
There's gonna be some crazy.
They'll have statues and shrines.
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you, Noah?
Oh, I think probably the money.
The money. Shannon?
Yeah, just for the craziness, sure. I'd go to prove it.
The Bigfoot?
Yeah. Bigfoot.
Yeah. How about you, George?
Money. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm probably doing money too, but then maybe you'll regret it because you can't take it with you. But that legacy would live on. You're
Yeah.
the guy who
Live
proved
forever.
Bigfoot
And I've seen a
exists.
lot of crazy, so I'd like to see some more.
Yeah, for sure.
I was sitting with the wife and the kid in the garage here before you guys showed up, and I said, "Give me like a few good would you rather questions." So Casey, he's 5. His one was, would you rather be cut by a chainsaw or a knife?
Ooh.
Oh, definitely knife.
I'm
Yeah.
definitely doing knife as well.
Yeah, chainsaw rip right through your leg and
Tear your
Okay.
pieces.
All
Yeah,
right.
100% a knife. A chainsaw is going to be really painful.
I'll relay that message to Casey in the morning.
He's gonna go
for
for
that.
the knife now.
And then Christina's was, would you rather be dipped in maple syrup every morning or have a bath in gravy every night?
Every morning.
Dipped in maple syrup every morning?
No, it'd be pretty inconvenient.
Yeah, getting to work. Right?
Getting
Yeah, I
out.
might have to take the gravy because I can deal with the
Gravy bath?
gravy bath in the night, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
going to
gravy
work
bath.
sticky,
Yeah.
not gonna happen.
I think I'm gonna go with the syrup.
Oh,
That
yeah?
might be like a new perfume or
Yeah,
a
there
new
you go,
cologne.
man. Yeah.
Here's your scrub.
Yeah,
That's the
exactly.
brand, yeah.
Attract the ladies.
Yeah, and I'll have to go with the syrup
Yeah,
for sure.
track the ladies. Noah, tell us if it works first.
Exactly.
They'd be pouring maple syrup on themselves.
Yeah. Nate, we're going to pick your brain. Rock climbing. You've been doing some ice climbing, I hear,
Oh,
and getting climbing, rock climbing. So tell us how it's going.
Only did one ice climb this winter. I got it with a guy from Edson, and
Yeah.
we went to a place called Meltdown, which is down south.
Okay.
And
I don't
yeah, it
think-
was
I don't
really
think I know that one.
really
is
cool.
Is it in Banff
It's near
or Jasper?
Tangle Falls, but
Tangle
just,
Falls.
just
so still
like
Jasper.
this side of town. So yeah, it was really cool. I'd definitely do it again.
Yeah.
I kind of got hooked just one time, but I didn't have a whole lot of time until I left back. Well, I went traveling for a month, and then, but yeah, now I'm back to doing rock climbing. Just a little bit. Gotten out 3 times this season so far.
Okay, where'd you go?
Hidden Valley and Juneau.
Nice.
Yeah, so
wow.
those are kind of classic spots for me. But I want to expand this year and
Yeah.
explore lots and get into multi pitches and stuff.
Yeah, were you doing
That's-
multi-pitch in Hidden Valley? No.
No, not yet.
Yeah.
So that's the goal this year, is getting expanded to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Juneau's pretty stiff, man. We know the
Yeah.
guy who created Juneau Wall, and he admitted on microphone here that he
Sandbagged all of them.
So
Yeah.
when you're climbing it thinking
Yeah.
this should be easier than the grade,
Oh no, it's
Yeah.
it
they're-
should be easier
they're
than
not-
the grade.
None
Yeah.
Who's
of
that,
them,
Aaron
none of them
Jones?
are
Aaron
easy.
Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah. He shout out to Aaron Jones. He was epic climber. He buggered up his shoulder,
Oh, okay.
but man, in his prime, that guy could climb anything. So
Yeah.
he created that whole Juneau Wall with his buddy Greg Cutforth.
Wow.
And,
Oh, I see the name in the book.
Yeah,
Cut forth.
yeah. Both those guys would head out,
Yeah.
and put those climbs up. I always
Yeah.
feel Juneau Wall, the scariest part is just hiking into it. That one sketchy
Right,
spot
yeah.
where you're like,
Yeah.
I'm not roped up, but if I fall, I die. Probably a painful death, tumbling down this mountain. And then you're safer when you're actually on
Yeah,
the rock,
on the-
harnessed up. You know.
yeah.
Right.
Where should Nate be going then this summer? What's the walls
Hidden
around it?
Valley and Juneau are prime. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you're some of the best stuff that's close. Probably
Yeah.
Lost Boys you've done.
No, I haven't done Lost Boys.
Oh, you gotta do
So
Lost Boys.
We got to go search for it because it's in the fire now.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there's such a like the trail's not super clear right now. I don't
So,
think.
so the story goes, guys actually got lost,
Mm-hmm.
climbers, and they were hiking, and they came across this heavenly quartzite. It's not limestone.
Right.
Big jugs that you can
Yeah.
pump up on, and big overhangs, and it's something totally different. So you'll feel like you're in a totally different
place.
spot.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check that out.
Merlin Walls, close to
Yeah,
the
that's
highway.
also St.
I almost got a ticket there. Had
Oh, yeah, because there's nowhere to park.
at a park warden. Did I tell this story? It's such a good story. I'm gonna tell it again. So I'm climbing Merlin Wall with my son. We come back, and this park warden's like got his ticket book out because my pickup truck's on the side of the highway.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, I'm here rock climbing. He goes, there's rock climbing? I said, yeah. And I showed him the guide. And,
Yeah.
and he goes, oh, I thought this was a stolen vehicle, blah, blah, blah. And then I tried to sweet talk him by telling him I'm with Alberta Parks. And he goes,
Right.
I only ever knew one guy from Alberta Parks. I used to work in Calgary and went to this lecture in the evening. A guy was talking about grizzlies, cougars, and wolves, and he had this crazy story about a cougar that was in a tree and a guy was chainsawing, and the cougar jumped out of the tree. And I'm like, that's me. I went down to Calgary and did a presentation on carnivores. So he was like, that is you. So yeah, ticket book was tucked away.
That's good,
And,
yeah.
Nice.
it was just
nice.
too funny. He's like, I only ever knew one guy from here. Yeah. So
Yeah, but yeah, going back to the ice climb, it was completely different. Of course, when I was first doing it, like you want to pick so far into the ice,
Yeah.
but then you're having to take it out, so you're like reefing on the pick, on the axe.
yeah,
So you gotta just kind of get the feel for it, but it's pretty cool.
climbing a giant icicle.
Yeah.
It looks
There was
very
a waterfall.
methodical. Was there a lineup of people on this?
No,
thing,
it was
or
just
you
him
guys
and I.
were alone.
Yeah, so we went to Tangle Falls to check it out because it's
Yeah.
a good first beginner route, and then it was just packed, and I'm like, I don't want to climb with people.
No.
I never like to climb with a whole lot of waiting. So yeah, we went down to Meltdown, and yeah, really cool.
Cool. Well, Dad, what do you think about son doing rock?
Yeah. Well, a little nervous, but
Yeah.
I mean, they got to do what they got to do.
They got to
right?
do what they got to do.
Yeah.
He'll be safe until he starts getting into trad. That's when it gets more dangerous.
That's when
Yeah.
it gets dangerous for sure.
But it
My
is- it
body
is
is
the most
not
fun.
built for climbing. It never has been.
You could belay well, though.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, teach him how to belay. He wouldn't have to even
Yeah.
get shot up at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nate, on the last podcast you talked
Yeah.
about the trip you're taking. You went to South America?
Yeah,
then?
my girlfriend and I went to Bolivia.
Bolivia.
Well, we started off in Peru, and
Peru.
then
Yeah.
we bussed down to Bolivia. So we stayed our favorite spot was Sahama National Park, which is just on the border of Chile.
Yeah.
And yeah, we spent like a week there with a granny and her family.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, she hosted us. We just met her on the bus ride into the park. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was great, and we did lots of hiking there and seen some cool animals.
Cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. And then we came back up to Peru, went to a canyon. I got sick, pretty badly sick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But all in all, it was another really good trip down there.
Sweet.
Yeah.
We got Peru on our list. We want to go like early next year. We're thinking.
Nice. Yeah.
What's because you were down February then or?
Yeah, we're down in February, which is rainy season, but
Yeah.
we lucked out. We really had minimal rain, and it was really good.
Yeah.
Last time we went in January, and that's a better time to go.
Okay.
Yeah, I think February, March is rainy season. February especially. But yeah, like I said, we just lucked out somehow. But we flew into Cusco, which is a lot better than flying into Lima. Lima's kind of just a crazy city.
Chaotic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd highly recommend just going to Cusco.
Did you do Machu Picchu then too?
Yeah, I did 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Recommend?
Yeah. Busy.
Yeah.
But
that's what I'm a little worried about. It's just like a
that's the
tourist.
thing,
Like everyone's
yeah.
going down to do
but
that.
But it's really worth seeing, honestly. Yeah, it is really cool to see. But there's lots of ancient ruins. If you like do some searching, Google searching, you can find lots of hidden things in Peru that the main attraction is, of course, Machu Picchu.
Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah.
Did you eat guinea pigs?
I did. Yeah. That's like a delicacy. No. It was really it was just not really much meat on it.
Tasted like rat? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not good. And I also, every time I talk about South America, I feel like sick. But that night I was eating, I didn't feel like that great to begin with.
Oh, yeah.
So it didn't
sit
settle that well. Yeah. But it was a group of 4 of us that time. And we were like, well, we got to do it because all the locals are like, you got to try it.
You got to eat guinea pig, yeah.
And it's like, they put it on a full platter, and it takes like an hour to prep it. And it's a pretty big thing there. Specialty.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a major food for them, yeah.
Wild, eh?
Scott, we did get a voicemail too. I was going to play with a couple questions.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just springing it on us like
I know. It's it's like not super related to what we're talking about tonight, but it was like we're encouraging people to go to our website, wildernesswavelength.ca, and leave a voicemail. So I can play it for us here.
Hey, George and Scott, it's Brent. Messaging in again, but this time by voicemail. Figured I'd try out the new feature. This weekend, I'm getting the boat ready, so I'm hoping to catch some fish this month. I also just wrapped up the Alberta Outdoor Adventure Expo episode, and I totally need to get out to that. I have 2 quick questions. First, Scott, Radically Wild talks a lot about foraging, and it's something that I want more knowledge about. Are there any resources you would point someone like me, a beginner, towards for knowledge on edible plants and foraging in our province of Alberta? And then
Let's do that one first.
Yeah. So foraging, there are so many good books on foraging right now. Peterson Field Guide is a good old tried, tested, true book. Because we're in the Northern Rockies, there's edible medicinal plants of the Rocky Mountains.
Yeah.
That's worth looking at. Good place to start there. There's another one, I think, George, I showed you.
Yeah,
it's
427.
Yeah, it's just really fat. And there's stuff in there that you'll just be shocked how much stuff is edible that we run over with the lawnmower and, prune. Of course, back in the old days, we didn't have grocery stores. We just went out and found stuff to eat. So lots of good books for mushrooms. Actually, second time today I've been asked about edible mushroom books. There is an Edible Mushrooms of Alberta, but it's very thin. If you're really serious, get the Audubon Society book for mushrooms. It's not cheap, but it is the Bible. I've used that for 30 some years. And it'll show you both the edible and non-edible, because if you're only getting a guide that shows you the edible, you don't realize that there's 7 other non-edible ones that look like the edible ones. So it's nice to know what you're looking at. So
You guys doing any foraging down in Ontario?
A little bit, yeah. Actually, foraging. I just went out the other day and got some wild leeks.
Oh,
We have all kinds of wild leeks, so they grow really well in a hardwood bush. So yeah, I was out for that, and
Nice.
now I don't know a whole lot about the mushroom. So morels, we'll do morels are easy, right? But other than that, no.
You
But,
must have good mushrooms that
Yeah,
pop up.
yeah, there is. It's just my father-in-law actually used to get a pile of mushrooms, but I'm always afraid, right?
Yeah.
Just which one to friggin' eat and which one not to eat.
Yeah, you either know 100% or you don't mess with
The
it.
morels are easy.
Yeah.
Like I say, they pop up, you know exactly what it is. But other than that, it's especially in the bush, little different in our area because we still have the odd farm with cattle.
Yeah.
So you usually try to find a field that has cattle in it with the manure and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Because the mushrooms will pop up big time in the fields. But once you start getting into our hardwood bushes, I wouldn't have a clue what to pick.
Well, the magic mushrooms grow on the cow patties, so
Right.
it depends what you're looking for.
Maybe
Sasquatch shows up.
maybe that's what I was.
That's when Sasquatch showed up. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Okay, Brent had another question too.
A second question, tied to the Expo episode I just listened to. The Red Rock Coulee was mentioned and how Alberta's corners are all different, and there's areas in Alberta that don't get talked about that much, but they'll blow you away. If I'm looking to build a list of these amazing, unique spots beyond Banff and Jasper, what would you guys recommend? Thanks for the podcast and keep up the great work.
Thanks for the voicemail.
Yeah,
So that's
it's
cool.
great.
It works. That's
It works.
exciting. Yeah, you can go on our website and leave a voicemail for us. You guys came back to Alberta again this year. What brought you back? Was there any like destinations that you're like, man, this one I want to see in Alberta this year or again? I know you're working in Jasper, so that's like the dream right there.
The house. I bought a house there in Brule.
Yeah.
So that brought us back again. So,
Yeah.
and,
Brule's such a great spot.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a
It is.
beautiful spot.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely want to check out. What is it called? Drumheller.
Oh yeah.
I haven't been to Drumheller before.
yeah,
worth
it's great.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we were down
Yeah.
in September. It's
Yeah.
such a nice spot.
Yeah, I also haven't been to Waterton.
Yeah.
Also
Um,
great. Yeah.
So, those. I pretty much just stayed around Jasper and as south as Banff.
Yeah.
But you should just hang around here. I want to make a trip to BC as well this summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But back to Alberta.
I haven't spent much time in southern Alberta, so I'd love to do, like, I want to go down to, like, Dinosaur Provincial Park down there, Cypress.
Yeah.
I mean, it's on the list. I always recommend someone around here, like, go check out. Have you guys been up to Grand Cache yet? Like, explored around there much? Or?
I haven't, and that's I want
Yeah.
to, and we're so close. Like,
Yeah,
me
an
too.
hour up the highway and
Yeah.
you're there.
I'm actually doing the death race this summer.
Oh, no
but
way.
Not as a full competitor, as
Good for you.
a relay.
Cool.
Yeah.
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 How's the training going?
It's all right. I've been getting out for some runs, but I do a lot of hiking, so it's kind of balancing
Yeah.
what to do.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any recommendations for Alberta hidden gems, Scott?
Oh yeah, so many. If you're in the south, Waterton for sure, Writing on Stone, Cypress Hills, Dinosaur Provincial Park, which is different than Drumheller. You feel like you're on Mars there. It's amazing. And the first time I went to Dino, I thought maybe I'll be lucky and see, a tooth or a claw or a bone. And you go on one of their bus tours and you're seeing dinosaur bones everywhere.
Wow.
Like you're walking and you can see, you don't have to be a paleontologist to see these giant bones just fossilized lying in the sand. It's incredible.
Wow.
Wood Buffalo National Park, never been there, want to go.
That's Fort Mac area, eh?
Yeah, north of that, yeah. Size of Switzerland, full of bison. There's the canoe circuit up, Yeah, canoe circuit up north there. Sir Winston Churchill area, that's what I'm thinking of. And then, of course, Northern Rockies, where we are at.
Lac La Biche.
Every bit as fantastic as Banff and Jasper, but less crowds. So we got the Wilmore, Grand Cache, all the mountains, Whitehorse Wildland, Cardinal Divide. Man, I always say up here alone, you could spend 2 lifetimes and still not scratch the surface. Like I've been here 22 years, and there's still tons I need to explore.
Yeah. Because Shannon, you were up here last year for the market and everything. Is that
Yep.
the first time in Alberta?
No, I've been through many times. Actually, my relatives live in BC.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, on my dad's side there. So Campbell River, Kelowna, Penticton.
Yeah.
And then, well, my grandfather actually from Norway came and settled in Nanaimo when he first came over, right? So,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Cool. And now you got the boys up here.
Got the
another
boys
excuse to
here.
come
And,
here.
yeah.
I
Oh,
love it.
wow, it's pretty hard to beat this area.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Do you guys feel like this is going to be home base for you now?
I think for the next little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the only thing that keeps us going back home is the syrup.
Yeah.
The syrup season. So
Yeah.
kind of go back home, do that, and then bring it all out and
Yeah,
do it out here kind of thing. So and then,
Well, they got
yeah,
the best of both worlds, right?
sure.
So,
And
'Cause
no,
there's-
no competition for syrup sales,
No.
but you guys, you're the only game in town. You got the
Exactly.
monopoly.
Yeah.
That's a good deal.
yeah.
I want to get back to some stories here. We have Dad and Noah ice fishing and playing pranks on buddies.
Yes. So, yeah, I mean, it's not a big thing, but so back in the day, with just being boys, right? And with your buddies. So, buddy and I were out fishing, and another buddy was in the tent having a nap, we'll say. Had a few too many beverages early in the morning. So we were out fishing. We caught a nice pickerel. So the chains that you hold the pickerel or fish on, and we tied it to the chain and didn't catch anything else, just this nice pickerel. So anyway, we're coming back to the camp there, and my buddy says, we're going to get our other buddy. All right. So, because he's always a little bit of a shit disturber, we'll say. So anyway, we got the chain, and he puts the fish in the water and then puts a rock on the chain so the fish can't get anywhere, right? So anyway, you go through the day and this and that and getting stuff together. So we're all down at the beach again, and my one buddy's out in the water there, and he says, "Holy shit, I see a fish swimming around here, eh?" So we're like, "Oh, okay, yeah, whatever. I think I can catch this thing with my hands." And my other buddy, "Yeah, right. Yeah, I'll give it a try." So anyway, he made it look really good, but this fish is, on the chain right? So he's flapping around in the water and making it look real good and stuff, eh? And I mean, we've had a few beer by this time. So anyway, finally, he takes the thing off the chain and grabs it, and I got it. And it's like, what the? And my buddy just went crazy, right? He freaking caught a fish with his hands, right? So just little giggle stuff like that, just being guys. Same deal with ice fishing. Buddies would be passed out at nighttime. We had a dead fish that we had caught through the day, put it back on his line down, so in the morning, Bob, we think you got a fish on there. Oh yeah, no. Oh, holy I do have a fish, drag it up and thing's dead anyway.
Yeah.
Just little
Rigor mortis.
yeah, little tricks and stuff, eh? So I mean, just good fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're getting bored, my
Yeah.
buddy Randy, who George, Randy, we were ice fishing, smoking cigars. You're allowed 2 holes, right? So we had these pike rigs set up really far apart, and as soon as you light your cigar, something's going to go, and you're sprinting across the ice, sliding into home plate to set the hook. unbeknownst to me, I'm lighting a cigar, my head's down, Randy's tying a little fishing line onto my rig.
Right.
Because I got a bell on there, right?
Oh,
So I just get the stogie lit and jingle,
Ding,
jingle,
ding, ding,
jingle.
ding.
I'm just sprinting in, sliding in, and
Yeah.
I was not happy.
It's just boys being boys. That's all.
Exactly. It's kind of the same thing, story that you just said there, George. Scott. We were same thing out on ice fishing with our buddies. Had a few drinks and whatnot. One buddy, he's just big into ice fishing. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna catch the biggest one here." Da da da. And like I said, there's a little bit of alcohol involved. And so, anyways, my other buddy and I were like, "Yeah, well, we'll play a little prank on him." So we went outside, and we were able to get our hand underneath the ice shack. And same thing, he had the bell on. Tied, so we go under and we pull the string on him, and it would ding. He's like, "Holy shit, there's a fish, boys, fish!" And then we let it off, and he's like, "Oh man, lost it." So we did that probably 3 or 4 times, and he had no idea that we were out there pulling his line underneath. So we were just good fun as well.
Did he eventually figure it out?
He eventually did, because we had to crack because we were laughing our heads off outside. He's like, "You fucking guys out there, you idiots!" So
Oh, that's good stuff.
good fun.
So you guys call a walleye pickerel, out in your neck of the woods. We call it walleye here.
Walleye.
So I got a would you rather on that. Would you rather have unlimited moose meat forever or unlimited fresh walleye fillets forever?
Ooh.
Well, I'm gonna go with moose.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm gonna go
You moose steak guy or
more meat
roast?
than fish.
Roast steaks.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go moose.
Yeah. How about you?
Oh, I don't know. Both are great. Yeah. I'm probably going to go, I don't know. I think moose as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably just, I don't know.
It's hard to beat. Hard to beat a good moose.
Yeah.
You guys ever got a stanky bull and rut moose though? They can be pretty nasty.
Nope. No, never
Okay.
got one of those.
Yeah.
But
Well, count yourself lucky.
I
'Cause you can't give it away.
yeah.
Moose last year, or was that whitetail? No, it was whitetail. That was pretty, from up north.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. That's the difference in our area from northern areas for whitetail. So up north, they're more eating the cedars and pines, and the meat, it's really gamey. So, but you get down into our pocket, so they got corn, the soybean, alfalfa, like all the good stuff. So it's completely different.
Yeah, interesting how that works. Hey?
It's unbelievable. But I mean, the gaminess, I don't like anything from up north, especially moose is different. Because moose, that's what they graze on, right? Mm-hmm. But as far as deer, especially the cedar seems to get into that meat somehow, right? So it's not good.
Interesting.
But I'll take the pickerel just for
Fresh
I
pickerel
love
is hard
fresh
to beat.
pickle is pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fish is expensive too.
What if you get that pickerel in the rut though?
Yeah,
You got to smoke
maybe.
it. Yeah. How about you, George? Are you a fish eating guy?
No,
you're
I'm,
red meat.
yeah, red meat for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to get into like more seafood recipes because the wife's thinking that's a healthier.
It is healthier.
Yeah, she wants to get into the Mediterranean diet. I think is what we're looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd go moose for sure. Mediterranean moose.
Mediterranean moose out of the rut.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I might take the walleye because we get a lot of deer, elk, moose in general.
Man, you've been bragging about that tonight.
I know. Yeah. My head's exploding here. Okay, another would you rather? Would you rather shoot a moose with the primitive self bow once? So you're making a maple bow from your yard.
Yep.
You got up to 20 yards from that bear. You could have taken him with a handmade bow. Now that would have been bragging rights right there. So you take a moose with your handmade bow, or you catch a 50-inch pike on a handmade lure. Now 40's huge. 50
That's a
is
big pike.
Yeah.
monster. So what's the grandfather story you want to tell there?
I'm gonna go for the moose for sure. That'd be pretty cool. 'Cause
Yeah.
you're gonna have to be close
Yeah,
with something like
your
that.
handmade
So,
bow.
Yeah,
And hope
Yeah.
it doesn't snap.
and hope it doesn't snap. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I would go with that.
yeah. How about you guys?
I think I'm gonna go with moose.
Yeah,
Yeah, with the bow. I think it would be pretty cool.
Yeah, me too.
Especially you made this thing.
Yeah.
it's achievable. There's a lot of guys doing primitive hunting's a big trend,
Yeah.
really in the States now. Guys are even using atlatls, the old caveman spear throwers, and getting hogs and
that
deer
right?
and
Wow.
yeah, which would be much harder even than a handmade bow.
Yeah.
Can you legally do that in Alberta?
I don't think you can do the atlatl, but you can do the bow, because the bow is based on minimum 40-pound pull and an inch wide head.
Okay.
So you can make a handmade bow out of maple as long as it's pulling a minimum of 40, and generally I'm up to 50, 60. And,
How do you gauge that?
You put it on a scale, like a pull scale.
Oh, okay.
Really?
And then you, it's easy to do a inch wide head, even if you make it out of stone. And of course, it worked for humans for thousands of years, so why wouldn't it work today, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, how about you,
Wow.
George? What are you taking?
50-inch pike.
It's a big pike.
Big one. I'd get that framed up there. I might
big
go
pike.
50-inch pike. Yeah.
Bring it in the man cave.
Yeah, I'll hang it
Yeah.
from the roof here. It's somehow knock it a wall or something.
Well, and you made the lure.
You made the lure, which
Right.
is
Right.
bragging
Yeah.
rights.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. But making a bow, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many
Nate, did we
bows-
get yours?
Yeah, I was saying the bow.
The bow as well,
Yeah.
yeah.
How many bows do you have made?
How many have I made, or how many are still working? I generally break them over time. Sometimes you overdraw, because the further you pull back, the more power. So you're like, I think I can take another inch on this
Yeah.
draw.
Right.
And then bang.
Yeah.
They
Do you
say
keep the shrapnel? Like have a little burial
No,
ground
I-
for it or something?
I have a little cry.
Yeah.
I have a little cry,
And then
just
right
leave
to
it.
the fire pit.
Yeah, right in the fire pit. Pretend I never saw it. But yeah, you learn something from every bow you make, and but I do have right now. I probably have about 5 kicking
Okay.
around.
Yeah.
But I think these could make some real powerful bows. So I'm excited to see what's going to come of this.
Yeah. And you said you're going to cut that in half.
Yeah,
So can you make 2 bows out of it then?
with your bandsaw.
Yeah.
I'm coming here tonight.
Now, does your bandsaw blade have a hardwood blade or a softwood blade? So there are 2.
Yeah. I got a few different blades. I don't know what. Yeah.
Just put your earplugs in
Yeah,
tonight.
there's sparks going on the chainsaw. I can imagine the bandsaw is going to be struggling.
Yeah, I mean, it's better to get one great bow out of a log than 2 crappy bows. So I'm going to look for the best bow
Yeah.
that's hidden in there.
Right.
Kind of like the diamond in the rough, right? Yeah.
You got to keep us updated on that
Yeah.
process.
Oh, it
100%.
definitely will.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll see the photos.
At Northern Rockies Bushcraft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got another good fish one here, guys, and maple syrup. Had to tie it in. Would you rather accidentally dump maple syrup on your laptop keyboard? And by the way, I want to find out what you've dumped maple syrup on before. Or fish guts in your sleeping bag.
Oh. I think the laptop.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Probably
I don't have a laptop.
Don't know how to use one.
No, that's me. I'm going laptop.
Are you?
For sure. Yeah, because I don't have one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I go laptop as well. I don't know if I
Really?
can sleep with the stank of fish.
I mean, if I pour maple syrup on my laptop, the laptop's probably fried.
It's done.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you're buying a new
Yeah.
laptop. So what are they a good laptop now?
That thing's $2,000.
$2,000.
Yeah.
No.
Sleeping bag.
Sleeping bag I could wash out, I guess.
You wash
But
it out.
Yeah, I mean, I
Oh,
think
yeah,
I
do you have to sleep with it for a night, or?
Well, you can wash it out, I guess, but
Yeah.
is it ever gonna smell
I
the
think
same?
the
Is your
smell of
wife
fish
gonna
guts
cuddle
kinda-
with you? I don't know.
I guess it depends on the price of the sleeping bag too.
Yeah, so they can be expensive too.
That smell kind of grows on you too. You know, you get used to it after a while.
Draws in the bears.
Yeah, that is the one thing.
I think I'm
yeah.
going fish guts. Yeah.
Yeah, fish gut sounds cheaper at least.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very good.
I had one more story written here, and that is Noah with an angry porcupine.
Yes, that was another story. Yep. So we were at my buddy's hunt camp and messing around, and we, especially in our area, the porcupines are bad. Especially with the maple trees, they eat the bark and they kill our maples.
Oh, I bet.
So-
Yeah.
And with the dogs, they get quilled, and then that's not a cheap vet bill to go in and get them taken out. We have taken lots out ourselves, but so yeah. Anyways, we were at Buddy's hunt camp. We were messing around on the dirt bikes and 4-wheelers and that, and we seen a porcupine in a maple tree. So Buddy's like, okay, yeah, let's get him. Let's kill him, kind of thing. So anyways, we had to go back to his camp to get, he had a 22. So we went back, but he only had 3 shells to bring with him. And if anybody's ever tried to shoot a porcupine, they are so tough to kill. Like, pretty well you have to take a slug to them to kill them. So anyways, we go back, get the 22, come back, and there was 3 of us. And my buddy's like, all right, well, who's the lightest and who can climb the trees the best? So my buddy took 2 shots at him and didn't kill him. It just made him pissed off, basically. So my buddy's like, well, I got 1 shot left. Like, we're not here just to wound him. We have to kill him. Mm-hmm. So anyways, he's like, well, Noah, you're the lightest. And you're the best at climbing trees. So we're going to boost you up into this tree with an angry porcupine, and you're going to get it down for us so we can finish him off, kind of thing. So anyways, it boosts me up. And I'm up there with him, and I'm just shaking because I was like, if this thing comes after me, what am I going to do? Mm-hmm. So my buddy's like, we're playing, and he's like, okay, I'm going to go get you a big, long stick so you can poke him, and hopefully he'll fall down to us, and then we can finish him off. So anyways, it's like, okay, get me a long one then, because I don't want him coming after me. So I get up, I give him a couple pokes. He wasn't coming down, and my buddy's like, okay, come on, give him a good hard poke. So I said, I'm trying all I can to give this porky a poke to get him out of the tree. So anyways, I think I got him even more mad because he started running down the limb of the tree at me. And I was like, oh boy. I said, it's probably about 6 feet to jump. I said, that's probably my best option. I said, boys, get ready to catch me if I have to jump. So anyways, he's coming after me, and I'm shaking, and I give him one good, just hard poke, and finally I got him out of the tree down to my buddies, and they finally got him.
eh?
But I was like, oh man, what am I gonna go to the doctors and be like,
Yeah.
I got quills everywhere and making you
Quills in the eyes.
yeah, quills in the eyes. So it wasn't the smartest, but it was like it said, boys will be boys, and I said, no, you're the lightest and the easiest to climb. So
Now, do you guys have porkies out here? I don't
Not
know.
many. They
Alright.
more south of us tends to be more common
Okay.
in British Columbia. We don't get a lot here, and I've wondered if that's because of the predators we have. Fishers can flip them and kill them, and some of the big cats can too. And so I think we had cougar whisperer there, JB. He was saying they monitored a cougar
Yeah.
who was living off of porcupines as his
Really?
main
Gills
or her main
quills
Really?
in them.
Wow.
main food, so I think they can be predated in certain
Okay.
areas. The same reason we don't have raccoons. people are like, oh, it's too cold for raccoons. I'm like, no, it ain't. Like back in Saskatchewan, it hits -50 and there's
Oh,
raccoons.
yeah.
I think they just get eaten by all the carnivores.
Right.
Here.
Yeah. Because there's a lot more here.
Yeah, and we just
We don't-
started getting skunks in the last decade or two. So they're new here. When I first moved, nobody saw a skunk. Now you'll see them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Huh?
Yeah.
What is
Yeah.
the biggest predator you guys got? Like, or like biggest, maybe not predator, but like something that'll attack the trees.
Oh, that'll do
Like,
the trees, basically?
Yeah, for you guys, like porcupines.
Porcupines.
Porkies.
Yeah. I
The
would say
bears don't
porkies.
strip them to get
Nope.
because they'll
Nope.
strip spruce here.
No. No,
Interesting.
they don't bother with the maples at all.
Wow, that's surprising.
No, just porkies.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the porkies.
They just
And
chew
really,
it.
as far as predators, we just got coyotes. Well, like we don't have stuff like here.
You don't have mountain lions.
No.
We have fishers though.
We do have fishers.
do
Yeah.
have fishers,
Yeah. Well, there was a cougar on the property, yeah, but it's that's
Few and far between.
yeah, you never see.
Yeah, so we have to kind of eliminate them.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
I had one more would you rather. It's dealing with syrup and wild game, so we have to ask it. Would you rather eat pancakes with no maple syrup forever,
no.
or wild game with no salt forever? No salt for the rest of your life on your steaks, or no maple syrup ever on your pancakes.
That's a good one.
It's torturous.
I am gonna go with salt because I just
No salt?
no salt. Yeah.
Okay, you just
Just-
have to do the maple syrup.
Yeah. Yeah. Gonna. Yeah.
Well, they're putting maple syrup on their steaks anyway.
That's right. Maple syrup on everything.
Everything. Yeah. So yeah, I don't eat a lot of salt on steaks anyway. So.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll do the maple syrup, and I'll just eat French toast and waffles and everything else.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll do the salt thing too.
Give it
Pancakes without syrup, no, I couldn't do that.
Oh man.
No, I could not.
George,
Yeah, I'm gonna go salt too. I think.
you're gonna give up salt.
Yeah, giving up salt.
Man, I can't do it. I need my salt. I need my salt. You have to do like corn syrup or brown sugar on my pancakes.
Scott, you can't bring that up with these guys.
I know they're gonna take me out and flog me at the end of the show.
Ironwood.
Yeah,
It's maple.
We'll roll the ironwood over you.
yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming on, guys. I mean, it was great to get an update too and see how you guys are doing. We loved having you on before, and now we get to meet Shannon too. So
Yeah.
this is sweet.
That's
Oh,
great.
thanks very much for having us.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks
What's
again.
the best way for people to find you guys?
Well, we're gonna put up a sign in Brule as well, so you'll see a little maple leaf or maple syrup sign for
So people could
for
like
sale.
show up
Yeah,
to your
you
place
just
and
show up, and we'll be there in the evenings more.
yeah, get one of
And
those little farm
anytime,
stand
kinda.
things going, and
Yeah, and
then
then we get
once
the
you get your
markets
website.
as well, and
yeah,
the website.
Website.
Which-
Instagram and Facebook right now. So Mathisons Maple Farm.
yeah,
You can reach us, send us a message on it if you're
Yeah.
interested. Website, I'm hoping, like I said, we'll have it up here in June, middle of June.
Excellent.
So we can get that as well. So
website. You guys be shipping?
shipping, yeah.
Okay,
So
cool.
we're, anybody listening overseas that wants some
Yeah,
pure maple syrup,
It's the best maple syrup I've ever had. It's great stuff.
oh yeah, this icing is amazing.
Yeah.
The maple syrup mixed with what was this?
With Irish whiskey.
Oh
Whiskey,
boy,
yeah.
that was,
Man, that takes you
That
right
was-
back to your roots, doesn't it, Shannon?
that was perfect. It was absolutely perfect.
No, that was great. And Shannon, what's your plan for the summer? What are you doing?
Well, I'll go back to work. So basically, semi-retired now. So I work for a month, off a month. So working 6 months a year, and then I'll head back to the farm. Gonna do something a little different. Plant some lavender. So we're gonna do some lavender at the farm.
Okay.
Yeah. So that'll be.
Can you make a bow out of lavender?
I'm not sure.
no lavender
More
bows.
perfumey, right? Yeah.
And I purchased a mill too. So we're
Exciting.
pretty excited about the mill getting going.
Oh,
So
cool.
yeah.
What's the plan for that then? Just
Well, because we're going to do a cabin back in the woods and
Cool.
stuff too, right?
Oh,
So,
that's great.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So
Like an Alaskan type mill or what?
well, it's just a portable mill. It's 26 feet long, so it's a big mill.
Yeah.
So
Wood miser.
yeah, wood
You,
miser.
you got spruce pine then that you're using for that? Or?
Yeah, we do have. I'll probably do it in cedar. 'Cause
Oh, you
I
got cedar too.
I got
We
more
lots of
big
cedar.
cedar.
We got quite a
right.
few pockets of cedar.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
saunas also.
Yeah.
Sauna, and it won't
yeah.
rot on you.
No,
Man,
exactly.
you guys got
Yeah.
nice mixed forest
Yeah,
there.
it's really nice.
Yeah,
Huh.
and we got
maple saunas. You can come on in.
Yeah, I think
And,
we gotta fly out
let's
there
do a
and
trip
do a
down
podcast.
there.
yeah. Once I get the cabin, absolutely.
Oh
Yeah.
man, that'd be
But,
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we got there's hemlock on the farm as well too. So I mean it's a good wood. It's a good sturdy wood.
Lots to work with.
So lots to work with.
Yeah. And you're going to build a cabin yourself?
Yep.
That's great.
Yeah.
Man, we should put you in touch with Mark Deagle. We've had him on here a couple times.
Oh, yeah?
Canada famous log builder from this area.
Right. Yeah.
Right,
He sure does some good work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna contact him and maybe this summer help see if he needs any help at all.
There you go.
Yeah.
Mark, if you're listening.
Yes,
Yeah.
Mark.
Yeah.
I'll get in contact with you soon.
Yeah.
Perfect. Scott, Radically Wild in stores. I was in the store the other day. I was at Friesen Brothers. They got us
They
new
got
books
it
there
there
too.
too,
So
yeah.
all over Hinton.
Oh,
It's
nice.
cool.
Yeah, and the audio book, it's all recorded. I'm currently listening to it. As much as everyone hates to listen to their own voice, I have to listen to myself for like 45 chapters.
How's
But,
it sound? You liking it?
You know what? It started off a little rusty. It was harder than I thought it would be to narrate a book.
Yeah.
We can all read, but to narrate well. As I go further into the book, I'm getting better and better. But be gentle with me, folks, if you buy it on audiobook. But yeah, it's fun to have it in my own voice, and you can fall asleep to the drone of my voice. Yeah. And George, before we finish here, you got your big folding mountain
Yeah.
Ultra here on June 6th.
June
so
6th.
Tell us what's cooking.
Yeah, it's coming up. I'm trying to do. It's funny. Ryan Orange, he was on the podcast a couple episodes ago, and he just did the Medicine Hat Massacre, and was telling me about that. And he's like, "So how's your training going for the running?" I'm like, "Man, I don't know. Like I'm running 3 or 4 times a week, like 7K. I feel a little bit light." And he was like, "The best part about running and doing these races is like when you get tired, you can just walk."
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
They
nice
kind
to do
of
an ultra.
leveled it out for me a bit too, because I was putting a little bit of pressure on myself. I'm like, man, I'm not going to be able to keep up with everybody. But yeah, I'm down. It's June 6th, 25K up the mountain.
That's exciting.
Wow.
Yeah, good for you. I'm proud of you. You've been running all winter long,
Yeah.
and training
It's
with
been
the young kid, full-time job, and
Yeah.
yeah.
And I know last night we were at a potluck and ate and drank and got home at like 9 o'clock, and the wife's like, "So you're gonna go for a run?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm doing it." And it's just like, it's one of those things where you could go sit in the garage, have a few beers, or like go run for a few K and just feel healthier now. So, yeah.
Yeah, good
No,
for
I'm
you.
excited I did it. Now I think we're gonna start signing up. Christina signed us up for another run in September too, so might be more regular running. Just like have something on the horizon to kind of train for,
Yeah,
like I
it's
know,
great
like
to have.
Death Race. You're
Death
like,
Race
okay,
with Nate
keep
there,
going,
yeah.
and- yeah.
And I'm doing another one that we signed up for 2, kind of
Yeah.
Which one are you doing?
the Sinister 7, which
Yeah.
BC. Yeah, so we're doing that one as well. Which we were like, we should only do one this year, but we signed
Yeah.
up for
Yeah.
both. We were like, yeah, whatever.
I think it's good, man, to have it on the calendar, and you're
Yeah,
like, okay,
exactly.
I got to get trained. It's coming up in 2 months, coming up in a month. Like, okay, let's do some running and
Yeah.
get in shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on how the race goes. I might even try doing some kind of podcast.
And it's the first one
Somehow.
too. It's the first fully mountain race they've
Yeah,
done, right?
first one.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, should be interesting.
It's great.
Hopefully, you can get through.
Oh, you'll do it. You'll do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Well, thanks for coming on, guys.
Thanks,
Appreciate
yeah.
it. This was
Thank
great.
you.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah. Go to our website, leave a review, and leave a voicemail, just like Brent did tonight at wildernesswavelength.ca. Until next week, stay wild.
Wilderness Wavelength.